Hey there, this is Christy from brightspiritrising.com. Thanks for watching and welcome, especially if you're new to the channel. I'm glad you tuned in. And today I'm going to do a reading for the January new moon period, which will kick off pretty much on the 6th is the new moon, but really on the 5th we're starting kind of getting into that. That's just the Saturday and Sunday this weekend. There's also associated with a partial solar eclipse, and I don't know about you, I can often kind of feel it if there's like eclipses happening. It just kind of it changes the energy, and I'm feeling that pretty strong already. So I thought it might be kind of fun to do a reading. Now I was going to do a card reading, but I just got prompted to do more of an art reading. I might bring in some cards later. But what I think I'm going to do is just start out with seeing what comes forward. And I am getting here, I've got my eyes closed and I'm just kind of tuning in and asking for a visual. And it looks to me like we got a wolf going on here. I'm just going to start with this. And mostly I'm doing this kind of eyes closed here. I do peek once in a while, make sure I got the pen in the right place, but see what he's going to say here. He's almost looking more fox-like, isn't he? Sometimes things morph a little bit. In fact, he could be a cat. Just like when you're tuning into your intuition, sometimes you got to sit with it for a little bit before you figure out. I'm getting fox. Because it had really come through as wolf at first, but he's really saying, oh, I'm fox. I'm coming in as a fox. All right. So this is kind of the first thing coming in here for this coming week. And let's see what Fox has to say. Bring him in here. Let's see what else he's got. I'm going to just kind of show you this real quick. Okay. I don't know. What do you think? Fox or wolf? He's sort of a fox wolf. Not quite as... Let me play with this a little bit. I'm still not quite sure what this guy is. Whatever he is, he has a definite intensity about him. And I think this may be sort of an intense week. Let's kind of feel into him. Okay, so I'm just going to ask Fox here. What he's got to say about this coming week. And he is showing me traveling down a path. He's really talking about moving forward, and I'm seeing it a nighttime scene. I'm seeing a moon, and I know that we're looking at the new moon here, but in what he's showing me is more like a crescent moon. So I think we're looking at maybe a little further on into the week, and I'm really seeing him kind of going over the snow and traveling down this path, and very, very determined, very, very just kind of moving forward kind of energy. He's got a purpose in mind. Okay, so the suggestion here is I'm really kind of feeling like use this time, use this new moon time. It's a real portal of energy, especially with the eclipses happening. So I really suggest that you take some time this weekend to really sit down and go within, do your meditation. Maybe, if you are a dreamer, really intend when you go to sleep for dreams to come through. Keep a notepad by your bedside, or whatever other means that you use to go within and really listen for that guidance, because that's going to help you to feel into, okay, what's my real purpose here for this week? What, and when I say go within, it's like differentiate between what you got to do, what you should do, what you should be doing, and feel into what feels right, what feels good in my heart, what do I feel really prompted to do? And it might be nothing. It might be, I just need to go to sleep, right? um, so I'm just kind of getting these prompts to just really, really listen. Use this time, because this is a time that's going to give you some insight into probably the whole next year, in terms of, like, what might be some powerful things for you, for your own soul to do, right? To focus on for this year. All right, so I'm gonna just maybe go into these, add a couple cards here to this, because I think that's sort of like the theme, the bones of the matter is going within this week. Really good week to do that. So be sure to spend some time connecting, however you like to connect with spirit. It might be just taking a bath and relaxing. It could be just doing yoga, whatever it is. Take some time to do that this week. All right. So I'll leave him up here. Okay, so I'm going to move into kind of past the weekend, a little bit into the beginning part of the week. And little Skunky came forward. All right. So I just learned that skunks don't have a lot of, well, we knew this already, they don't have a lot of natural enemies, except for owl. Owl is one that they will prey on skunk, okay? So let's see because that's the first thing that popped into my mind when I, pulled the skunk card here, is like watching, being aware of, using your eyes, I think, because you can't really hear it, right? And so just really staying aware of things that might swoop down and pull you off balance or take you off track. Things that might come by surprise. So really keeping your eyes open this first part of the week. And you might want to kind of, as you plan the week, think about contingencies. Think about, what could happen and what's my response to that? And not out of fear, really, just sort of as out of curiosity. Just play this little game. These are my plans, and what could happen to derail me here? And then what's my response going to be? And just as and really make it playful. I'm getting make it playful, right? Because skunk has a lot of confidence. Skunk is a pretty fearless little critter. He knows he's protected, but he also does, like all of us, have things that can throw us off. So just as you're going to the week, figure a little bit of advance thinking, forethought, being a little bit proactively aware can help this week go a lot smoother. So thank you, skunk. And going into the midweek, mosquito. Oh my, I'm so glad right now that I'm living in Upper Michigan and there are no mosquitoes out right now because it's January, it's cold. Okay, so let's think about mosquito. There's a lot of ways you could interpret this. So it could be moving in from this skunk, and how beautiful these colors just really, really fit together, don't they? Moving in from the skunk, kind of planning for contingencies. These may be things coming in that are just something that you just swat away, right? Little annoyances. So not letting the little annoyances drain your life force, your blood, right? And this proactivity, this being aware, can really help you to, it's almost like putting on the mosquito repellent, because midweek there may be some things happening. I don't know, it might be technology just crapping out on you. I had some of that happen yesterday, and it can be very annoying. So, what think about, well, what might happen, what might happen if my internet went out or whatever. It could be people gossiping, it could be just little annoyances. So thinking in advance again about, well, what can I do in advance to keep at an even keel, right? Will I do yoga? Will I do some breathing exercises? Will I be eating well? What can I do proactively to whatever annoyances or difficulties come up this week, can I be prepared internally to deal with those? All right, and so I'm going to pull one more card for the end of the week and next weekend. Just kind of finishing off the week here. And this is Owl. And there's that connection with skunk. We talked about Owl. So just kind of feeling into what Owl wants to say here. It's kind of bringing me back to that first scene that Fox showed me going into, over the snow. And this time we got wings, right? So Owl can have a higher perspective. And, again, it's nighttime and looking out over the snow, but with this higher perspective, which can be attained through, this being able to think ahead, plan for, how am I going to react? And I'm really sort of getting, this is less of an external preparing for contingencies and more of an internal preparing yourself emotionally, just to stay on an even keel, and preparing oneself, spiritually to help just stay calm. And if you're able to do that, it's going to bring you this higher perspective, give you a little, some wings, some insight. Owl is a vision animal, big time, and able to see into the dark. So this practice, if you kind of flow, and that sense that Fox was giving me was this real kind of flowy feeling down this path. It's going to allow you deeper insight moving forward and a higher perspective on where to take whatever shows up right this week with your introspection and with whatever challenges, how to take that to a higher level, how to see a little bit, more into it, get a little bit deeper depth of understanding from it. All right. So I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. If you'd like a personal reading, I'm going to leave that link below. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. I'd love to hear your comments. And of course, likes and subscribes are always appreciated. Thanks so much. Have a lovely new moon, and we'll catch you again later.